the Bitcoin bulls are still trying to hold that level, that key level of 11,600-ish area. Are they going to be holding it, or is it going to be breaking? Hello Adrian, and welcome back to my channel. It is 7:30 p.m. UTC plus 8 is my time zone. Hope you are all doing well on this beautiful Friday. It's Friday. It's the last day of the week, well, the start of the weekend. So whatever you want to be, how you want to be looking at. Wish you all the best here for the beginning of the new weekend. And before we start, I wanted to wish the hardcore crew, of course, welcome once again. Hi guys, hi Rob, hi Darren, hi Donald. Hope you are all doing well. Hi Theodore, hi Lex. Let me refresh the chat because there's something going on with the chat. It's not displaying on my end, but it's displaying on the channel. It's very weird. Technical issues all the time. Hi Laxman, hi Zaldi. I still cannot see the chat, by the way. Very weird. Always having technical issues all the time. So I can see the chat on the stream, but I cannot see the chat on my client, on the client. That's very weird. What is going on? Hi Oha, I can see that one. Anyways, yeah, I have no idea what is going on once again. Hi Alfie, thank you for subscribing to the channel, and welcome as well. Anyways, let's go into some follow-up from what is going on with Bitcoin. Well, first, the daily close. Let's talk about the daily close. The daily close was actually quite positive. As you can see, we closed above the 10 simple moving average, obviously above the EMA 21, and it actually made a nice push towards the upside. But as you can see right now, the candle that is being formed right now is not very good. It looks like a bearish engulfing candle towards the downside, to be honest. So what does this look like? I think it's going to be at least it looks quite droopy once again, so I think we might be retesting the lower side of the zone once again. The question is, of course, like I said, it does not it doesn't really matter. It all depends on do we break that structure towards the downside, or do we not break the structure towards the downside, right? So let's go into the 4-hour chart, and if we are looking at the 4-hour chart, as you can see right now, we are in quite critical areas. As you can see here, very critical areas. We need to be holding, of course, this red line that is the support line that has been there since all the way since 27 of July, 28 of July. So that's a very important trend line that we want to be holding. Once again, I think I moved it a little bit. So let me retouch that a little bit. It's actually a little bit more like this, right? Yes, yeah. So that's better. So yeah, we were very near there once again. And the question is, are we going to start closing candles, 4-hour candles below? Congratulations, Planet. That's very good news. Sometimes holding shit coins is rewarding, and it's definitely very rewarding when you get the payday like that, right? Sadly enough, I don't have any much of a shitcoin, so for me, I never have that great experience where I'm like, wow, my shitcoin did 10x or something like that. So very rare that will I mean, I don't think that I will I will have that pleasure to be having. Anyways, so what we can see is, like, yeah, we're very near once again that push towards the downside, and the question is, do we break towards the downside, yes or no? Like I explained yesterday, very likely that we will be going for a push towards like 11,900 ish or something like that. And the question is, do we break this heavy resistance, yes or no? And that's the reason why I said I would hold on a little bit onto longing, even though that we had a very bullish closure and this and that, and the stokes were curling towards the upside on the shorter time frames, and it was pushing towards the upside. So I said, yeah, in the very short term, very likely towards the 11,900, but very likely, I mean, not very likely, but there's a big probability that we would get rejected from there as well. And that's what we basically are seeing right now on this trend line on the RSI that I've drawn, right? So we went all the way up, hit that resistance, and then curled all the way back down right now. So since this is a rejection, once again, very likely that we will be going back to, well, near our previous levels. The question is, are we going to make a lower low on the RSI? That way we will be creating bullish divergence, because we will be creating a higher low on the price and a lower low on the RSI. But right now there is no bullish divergence on the 4 hour or anything like that to be seen. So yeah, this looks like it might swipe a little bit lower. The question is, where is it going to be closing, right? So if this, for example, closes below this previous candle, we do have a lower low in terms of a closure, and then the structure of this bullish divergence would be gone. So it's very important, like I said yesterday, that we don't make a close. So it can wick down there. That's not an issue. That's not an issue. But closing a 4 hour candle close below that body, that would be very bad. Like that would be definitely not good. So for example, if it just wicks down and then before the close it goes back up, it's not an issue at all, because it's not a closing of the candle. But a body close below here, it would create a lower low, and then our bullish potential bullish divergence that we could be making would be out of the window, right? So like I said yesterday, there's two triggers that are very important that we have to be watching right now. So a 4 hour candle close below that body, or a wick, I would say the previous high that we have made here at around 11,600, basically. Yeah, just around 11,600. Other people could take this wick as well. This wick is a lower wick, but like I said, I don't have that much faith in it anymore. If it would be already breaking towards this wick here, because it would be, as you can see here, plenty of times that we would have been testing this support zone towards the downside. So that would not be good. So in the very short term, well, in the next 19 minutes or something like that, we will be seeing our 4 hour candle close. So yeah, maybe we will be seeing some sort of resolution already, if, like I said, if this would be breaking towards the downside. If it does break towards the downside, very likely that we will be seeing a move back down to this green box towards the downside here. I'm gonna put this green box a little bit longer, a little bit around the 11,000, or a little bit below the 11,000 ish area, with very likely that we will have a bounce on this green box here, but I don't think this green box is going to be holding. As you can see here, it already broke plenty of times through it already. So maybe a small bounce on this green box here first, and then a breakdown like something like this towards this green box here towards the 11,000. So that would be a potential trade setup for me. Of course, if we would get there, I'll be trying to short that position towards the downside if any of these triggers are going to be hitting, right? So, but for now, things are definitely looking looking towards the downside, and well, let's see how we end up with this candle. Well, why is the price going down right now while everything is going up? Because, well, let's take a look on the traditional markets. Yesterday we did see a very nice bounce on the S&P, as you can see, towards the upside, but right now, once again, a little bit droopy towards the downside. But if you are looking on a daily basis, it doesn't look that bad. As you can see, very bullish candle here. Everything is still above the 10 simple moving average, blah blah blah, and so on. And if we are now looking at the weekly candle, remember yesterday it was looking really like a dodgy candle, this candle, and I said, well, we still have to wait
2 more days before the weekly closes. And as you can see right now, this candle looks way better than before, right? So I really do think that that weekly candle is going to be telling us a lot, giving us a lot of information by tomorrow. So when the traditional markets are going to have a closure, we will have a lot more information. But anyways, as you can see, everything is still holding, and yes, we are having some small pullback once again, but yeah, I don't see anything critical. Very similar scenario for Nasdaq yesterday. Very nice rally, and once again a new all-time high for Nasdaq. A new all-time high. We're pulling back a little bit right now, and very similar structure. Yesterday, I said, yeah, maybe we could have a bad weekly candle, but look at this weekly candle. I don't think, even if we pull back a little bit towards here, it would still be an amazing weekly candle. So I don't think there is much problems with the current traditional markets. But why is Bitcoin getting so hammered, or not really doing so well? Well, the reason is mainly because of the Dixie. And as you can see right now here, although that so yesterday we had this push towards the downside, but right now, as you can see, very bullish candle towards the upside. And once again, we are having that danger, and that is going to be the resolution of the trend. If we get a golden cross, what do I mean? The golden cross, the cross between the EMA 21 and the EMA 55 here. If we get that cross here towards the upside, because right now the price is above the Dixie price is above the EMA 55 and the EMA 21. So as long as the price is staying above it, of course the EMAs are going to be moving towards the upside because of the price that is being above it, right? So that is going to be very bad for the whole market. So it's not only for Bitcoin, for the traditional markets. I would be very careful with any positions on the traditional markets, and definitely if you are in a long or anything like that. If we get a golden cross on the Dixie charts, because if this keeps on going towards the upside, then all the rest is going to go towards the downside, or it's going to be reversing towards the downside, and that will be for everything, from traditional markets to gold to silver to anything any asset that you can think of, because most of it is being traded with the dollar, right? So yeah, just something to be thinking about. Anyways, just looking now on the Bitcoin chart, the reason why there is also a very big problematic here is the very similar thing. We could have a bearish cross with the EMA 21 and the EMA 55, as you can see here, right? So let me put it on the line chart so you can see it a little bit better. So as you can see right here, the yellow line and the green line here, there's a potential in the next 4 hours or 8 hours, if the price stays below the moving averages, we have a potential that we're going to have a bearish cross towards the downside, which means continuation towards the downside, which means very likely a break of the structure towards the downside, and would be confirming our move towards the 11K ish area. But for now, can't say anything as long as we are holding the support line. So all finger crossed if, for the people that are longing, all finger crossed for the people that are trying to short this. They are hoping, of course, that it's going to be crossing over towards the downside. But let's see what is going to be happening. But right now, as you can see, it's in a very critical level right here. It's at the S1 right now. If we close the 4 hours below the S1, that would be not good as well, right? So OMG, yeah, OMG is crazy, but to be honest, that is always it's always like that. When there's like some FOMO, some trend. We have seen Link, right? I mean, we can talk about Link. Look at this. It went from $2 all the way to $20. How insane is that? And that was in a period of like basically a couple of months, right? In a couple of months, it went all the way there. So how much is that in an increase of pricing? That's just insane, right? So yeah, whenever there's some FOMO in a position, then so yeah, let's take a push towards the upside top. What is it? That's a 1,300 390% increase. So just in a couple of months. So yeah, but look at what is happening right now with with Link. As you can see, I've already talked about that already. Parabolic move towards the upside, and it will always end up in tears. And so when I was making that video and I said, well, you should be very careful between 19.5 and $20.5, I got like well, first of all, it was one of the most viewed videos, so that was the good part. But then it was also one of the most hated messages that I've gotten from Link fans towards me. So yeah, but yeah, what can they say now? What can I say? What can they say now, right? So, but listen, I'm not saying that this one is going to be, going down all the way or anything like that. I was just saying that, between 19.5 and $20.5, you should just be very, very careful, and very likely we will have a substantial pullback, at least a substantial pullback towards the downside. And that's the only thing that I basically have saying. I have nothing against Link. I have no idea what it does. Well, not really. I have some knowledge about what it does, but not that in depth. So to really say, I don't hold any Link as well. So I was just looking for a trade opportunity, and I said, yeah, well, for the people who are looking out for shorting positions, I mean, hold your shorts between 19.5 and 20.5, somewhere around there. And yeah, look, this is basically if somebody took that advice, then yeah, would have made a lot of money, right? It's now currently at $14 or something like that, and it looks like it's going to go back down more. Like I said, I'm waiting for it to be bouncing towards my area here, which is this green box here around $13 and 8 13.8 so somewhere around there. And as you can see, it's very near there already, right? So and I do believe that very likely around that area we will have a bounce. Do I really think that we'll bounce from there and go to the moon back once again? No, but very, very likely we will have a substantial bounce from there, because then it would have made a very nice retracement of the Fibonacci level, right? So if we're making a Fibonacci level from this support zone here, 1 second, let me put on the magnet. Here you can clearly see that it would be our 0.786 FIB level, and well, the reason why I'm not taking the golden pocket level on this area is because it was a parabolic move, and when it's a parabolic move, it will be most likely going towards a little bit bigger and stronger towards the downside. So yeah, that's for Link, right? So let's take a look on Bitcoin once again. Oh, we are still here. We are still hanging here, and we still have 8 more minutes to go. Ooh, it's going to be very dramatic or very exciting to see what is going to be happening here and over the next couple of minutes. Can I see if the Dixie is Dixie is still skyrocketing towards the upside. Anyways, something that was very interesting this morning when I was looking was at the CME chart, actually at the CME chart, and when I was looking at the CME chart, I saw this the gigantic green candle towards the upside. It was towards 12,100 or something like that. I was like, wow, what the fuck? How comes the CME chart is showing 12,100 and the spot price never got towards that position as well? Because if it was 12,100, we would have touched that green box here and then get rejected from it. But that's another story. But I mean, yeah, it was very weird to be seeing that. I have no explanation. I still am looking for an explanation why it happened on the CME chart. It could be an error in the chart itself. That's possible. But yeah, it's a very strange why we just got that green candle towards that area here and got rejected back down. And as you can see, very, 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 very down right now. So yeah, very, 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 very interesting. But I have no idea what it means, or I know no idea why it got there. So if anybody knows, please, I'm very curious. I want to know what is going on, and I would, yeah, if you have an explanation what happened there, I would be very curious, and if you can share that, I would be happy to hear it, right? But for now, yeah, we never got that push towards the upside, and yeah, it's getting very critical right now, right? So for our Bitcoin, so do we hold this level? Yes or no? Ooh, it's going to be very very close here. It's going to be very very close here, but it's still holding, as you can see right now. It's still holding, but it's very very close. Um, what else can we take a look while we are waiting for this candle to be closing? What do I think about NMR? What is NMR? I have no idea what NMR is. So what is NMR? Numeraire? Is that numeraire? Yeah, numeraire on Coinbase. Let's take a look. It's not much data on Coinbase. Let's take a look if we have somewhere else that has more data. Maybe on Bittrex. Yeah. Okay. Wow. So it was basically it was basically on a super downtrend here for a very long time, and then suddenly it got this super bull push towards the upside. Super bull push towards the upside. The good news is it's still holding right now. It's still holding on the 4-hour above the EMA 21 and the EMA 55 on the short term. But this looks like a very strong rejection wick here on the top side. So if it's just because it's listed on Coinbase and it got that pump, I would be very very careful. I would be out of that out of my position for sure, because yeah, okay, whenever something gets listed on Coinbase, it gets that pump and it always goes back down to the normal price. But overall on the daily, it doesn't look that bad, to be honest. It is below the 10 simple moving average, but still above the EMA 21 and EMA 55. But just quickly looking at things, this looks like it's going to pull back to at least 36.6. Yeah, it's going to go down towards 36.6. It's not. It got rejected here very strongly from the 10 simple moving average. Very big rejection here at the psychological number as well as $50. It's going to 36.6, very very likely towards the downside rather than the upside. So yeah, I think this pump is just from the Coinbase listing, but yeah, this is going back down. Very very likely. If it's just because of a listing, never go into I mean, you can go into the pump when it gets listed, but you have to get out immediately after, when you know that things are not going to go up anymore. Yeah, very likely 36.6 or something like that. I would think so, towards the downside. So Henry, would be careful. I would be careful. Okay, let's take it. Let's put it back on my link so that doesn't get moved. Okay, to see if I'm touching. Is it touching my area? So close, so close, so close. 14.1. Not just yet. Can I take a look on XXP? Yes, of course I can take a look on SXP. Well, this is SXP right now. I've been looking for it. I actually went into a small trade on SXP when it broke out this trend line here, somewhere here, and then I took that move towards the upside. But as you can see right now, it's I mean, it's like I said, I always go in and out of my position. So as you can see, it's going more down towards the downside right now, and I don't think it's I don't think this is going to be going I think this is going to be going down a little bit more, to be honest. Just looking at the 12 hours, yeah, very likely it's going down more, very likely. Very strong rejection of the EMA 21. We have a potential bearish cross as well from the 10 simple moving average over the EMA 21. Yeah, this is very likely going to 2.5, very likely, or something like that. 2.5 first before anything. I would think so. Let's take a look on the pivot points if we can see something there. Let's take a look. Yeah, So it's holding this R3 right now, but yeah, I think the R2 is the very likely the next destination. 2.4, 2.5 dollars is what I think that is gonna be doing. Yeah. Looks not good. We also have a bearish cross right now on the 4 hour, as you can see, the EMA 21 over the EMA 55. Yeah, would wait it out. Yeah, very likely it's gonna go down more, $2.50, $2.50, something like that, and then maybe play out another bounce or something like that. But yeah, not that convinced. No, I mean, I would wait it out. Yeah. Actually, if I saw this, I haven't checked it. If I saw this, I would have definitely played my short position around this area here. I missed my short position. Here, basically here, breaking the pivot point, making a bearish cross here. It went down, retested the pivot point, got rejected here. So here would have been a beautiful shorting position from this point all the way down to the S3 level. That would have been a beautiful shorting position. Anything else? What do I think of IOST? I have no idea. I don't really have an opinion about all these shitcoins, but I will take a look. IOST. Let's take a look. IOST. Oh, it's not doing that bad. So that's good. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's not doing bad. It actually looks quite good. 10 simple moving average is crossing over on the EMA 21. EMA 21 is still above everything. So small pullback, but it has a lot of support here. I would be looking at this level here for support here. This green box here on the pivot point, right? Somewhere around here. And if that doesn't hold, then the next one would be the EMA 55 here, right? So somewhere around there. Let's take a look on the daily. Yeah, daily still looks good on the daily as well. But yeah, very likely we will get a pullback to the 10 simple moving average. So 0.007. Does that match with the area that I've just said? 0.007. Yeah, it would be the EMA 55. So I would be waiting until the EMA 55 and play that bounce from there. Yeah, potential trade setup here. I think there's a lot of support here on this, as you can see here on this structure here. Oh, yeah, on IOST, but I would wait it out as well. Let's take a look on the weekly. How's the weekly looking at? The weekly looks like, yeah, looks okay. Looks fine. But still a couple of days of trading. If this weekly becomes a doji candle, like a reversal doji candle, so if it would be becoming red, I would not be really interested in continuation of the trend. But for a small bounce, very likely 0.07. That's the area I would be looking at for a small bounce towards the upside at least. Yep. Or this green box here, or the EMA 55, right? Okay, now that we have our 4-hour candle close, let's see. So the 4-hour candle close was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. So we did not even manage to hold the S1. So what does that mean? I think we're gonna have continuation towards the S2, to be honest, before we see anything. So yeah, that does not look good at all. Let's see on the daily. Yeah, bearish engulfing candle. Do we retest the green box to the EMA 21 once again around 11,500? That would be really bad. And definitely, of course, if we would be closing below it, right? But right now, this looks continuation towards the downside than anything. We might see in the next 4 hours to see a bad close of Bitcoin, and that would be, you know, confirming very likely a move towards the downside, towards the 11,000 ish area. So I might be entering some short positions later tonight. Maybe, but hasn't happened just yet, so not going to be rushing on things. Let's take a look. Oh wow, look at the Dixie pumping, mooning like crazy as well. Anyways, so let's take a look on the momentum indicators, right? So we got this is not looking good, but let's take a look on the expected move charts. What if we can see something here? So expected move chart is saying 11,862 towards the upside for the first standard deviation toward the upside, and 11,550 for the first standard deviation toward the downside. And you can see it's curling more towards the downside. So very, very probable that we are swiping towards the downside one more time. And as I can see here, yeah, this does not look very good. This does not look very good at all, to be honest. This does not look very good. This does not look good. Very likely that we're going to be breaking some structures. Interesting. This is the daily. Once again, we are at that support. If that red line crosses over by tomorrow, we'll basically know that that things are going to be very bad as well. So yeah. Let's take a look on the 4 hour. Yeah, so yesterday I said in the very short term we were bullish. As you can see, it made a nice move towards the upside, but right now, as you can see, there is some there is some willingness to be crossing back towards the downside. So that would be very bad if that would be happening. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, potential, the bullish divergence potential is still there, right? So do we hear? Yeah, it's gonna be very close. It's gonna be very close, but yeah, anything can happen in this in this Bitcoin in this Bitcoin world. But right now, yeah, it's not looking good. It's definitely not looking good. We will know in the, yeah. This is not a confirmation just yet because the red line has not fully gone over towards the downside. But yeah, it looks very, very, very droopy. Very droopy. But it has not broken the structure just yet, so there's that. Maybe we'll get a pump out of the heavens, right? We are also seeing, as you can see, S&P, but well, the thing is, we are actually seeing a lot of big support on the traditional markets as well, right? So we have the EMA 55 right here. On the Nasdaq, it's more bullish. We have the 10 simple moving average and the EMA 21 here. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, we do have some support here. Ooh, look at Dixie going. Look at the Dixie going. I hope you're long on Dixie. Meanwhile, yeah, the rest of the market is of course going down when the Dixie is pumping, right? So yeah, we just have to be waiting it out. Woo! Very, 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 very exciting. Very exciting. It's gonna go up. I hope so. I still prefer that things would be going up rather than going down, to be honest. But yeah, I do not control the market. Quantum and OMG. Well, yeah, I mean, of course, what goes up must come down, right? So let's take a look on OMG. I haven't checked the OMG chart, by the way, so let's take a look on OMG. What is OMG doing? Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, you can clearly see that it is this sell pressure from $9.8 all the way back down here towards $7. That's an insane push towards the downside in terms of like selling. So yeah. Yeah, this is gonna retrace. Yeah, this is gonna retrace for sure. I mean, just wait it out. All right, just wait it out. But very likely it's gonna be dumping back towards some big moving average, right? So, but it's still quite bullish, to be honest. Still quite bullish. Do we have some divergences? Let me check if do we have some divergences. We have some divergences. So from this point to this point, higher high, higher low. Yeah, we have bearish divergence as well on the 4 hour. Let's take a look on the daily. Can we see something on the daily? Not yet on the daily, but could be potentially forming on the next tick. So yeah, this is going to be going. This is going back down. How far are we gonna go back down? Very likely back to our pivot, back to our first move towards the upside here. 5.66, something like that. 566 is very likely where we're gonna have a small bounce back to the 10 simple moving average, basically, right? So something around here. So very likely that's gonna go back down there. For a starter. But then eventually it's going to go down more back to the EMA 21, very likely. So, which is currently at $4.06. So yeah, for all the OMG hype boys and fanboys, yeah, just wait it out. It's going to go back down. If you are really interested in buying that token, yeah, I wouldn't. I'm actually thinking why didn't I short it? But I haven't been, to be honest, I haven't been taking that much attention into shorting positions because I'm still overall macro bullish. So that's the reason why. But these type of coins, it's a perfect scenario to be shorting whenever we hit like some very high points, like the R3 or something like that. It's just a beautiful shorting position over there. But yeah, short term, very likely it's going to go back to 5.5, something like that, over the next day, very likely, or something like that. It's not going to take too long. Oh, here we go. We're swiping back down. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. Can we see confirmation here? Yeah, swiping back down. So yeah, we'll know very soon, right? Dixie is hitting the R3 right now. So there's one thing, right? So the Dixie hitting the R3 could be potential rejection zone because it's already very high. The traditional markets are at some big support levels, as in like the EMA 55, but it's currently crossing below it, as you can see. Nasdaq also at the 10 simple moving and the EMA 21. I would be looking at that. So big support levels and big resistance levels for the Dixie. So maybe this could be the bottom where we get that bounce towards the upside, right? So this could be potentially a bottom. So nothing is really resolved just yet. I think tomorrow we will be knowing the resolution of all this, or over the next 4 to 8 hours. So yeah, that's all that I can say. Meanwhile, OMG is slowly dying. What about my link? Wait, let me move it back to my link chart because I'm more interested in that. Link. God damn it, still not there. Still not there. So close, but still not there. All right. So yeah, we'll find out very soon, most likely over the next 4 hours. Do we bounce from this area? Yeah, for now, no structure has been broken just yet. No positions has been taken just yet. But well, like I said, once I get into my confirmations, yeah, I'll be taking that very likely that short position towards the downside. If this structure holds, yeah, very good. Then we have a potential to go back up once again, back towards our 12K area, somewhere around there. if we hold this level. But it's looking very, very wobbly. It's looking very wobbly right now. All right. Lewis, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll give you my take tomorrow. Just ask me again tomorrow, because I need to prepare myself into some positions, right? So, all right, guys. Hope to talk to you again tomorrow, same time, 7:30 p.m. UTC plus 8. Please like, share, comments, and